roller coaster ride, Toastmaster Sanjay.
It was a cold, wintry morning in the port city of Venice in Italy. The scent of the nearby port permeated the atmosphere. It was time for us to check out from the apartment and travel to the next city. I took the luggage out of the room and kept it in the lobby of the apartment. My wife followed me with a bunch of luggage and our son beside her, and she closed the door behind. Then she screamed, "Oh, I forgot an important bag inside." Goddess Chair, Toastmasters, and guests. Let me ask you, how many of you would like to go on a self planned Europe trip? Good. The adventure of uncertainty, the experience of an unknown culture, and the feeling of accomplishment had driven me to one such memorable trip. Today, let me take you on that trip and share two experiences from which I learned a lot. Being locked out, sitting in the cold lobby of the apartment with a sleepy 5-year-old child, and my wife being regretful of what just happened. A range of emotions went through me. My natural instinct was to blame my wife. How can you be so careless? My natural instinct was to feel like a victim myself and be anxious about what next. But I took a few deep breaths and remembered the golden words of my spiritual master. Accept situations as they are. The present moment is inevitable. Many a times in our life, we question the present moment. How can this happen? Had I done it that way, it would not have happened this way. But it's too late. This moment has already happened. Just by thinking that it should be different, it's not going to change. All that we can do is take the learnings and move forward. That's exactly what I did that day. After a few attempts, we could contact the landlord who agreed to send a person and reopen the apartment. By the time we reached the Santa Lucia railway station, our train to the next city had left long ago. We had to buy new tickets. But at the end of the day, I didn't spoil the remaining 8 days of our Europe trip by being too emotional about events. The second experience happened in the city of Rome. While roaming in the streets of Rome, we came across a small curio shop selling rare Italian glass artifacts. That shop was filled with brightly colored glassworks of all sizes and shapes. Going with a 5-year-old child into that shop was like going with a bull into a china shop. We had to be extremely careful that he didn't break anything. After selecting a pair of beautiful swan figurines, I moved towards the billing counter, asking my wife to keep a watch on our son. Suddenly, the silence of the shop was shattered by the sound of crashing glass pieces. Before my wife could react, our son had tripped and crashed on a bigger sized glass work. All that I feared till then had just happened. Absorbing the enormity of the event, our son started crying loudly. I didn't know how to react. In my mind, I started calculating the total cost of the broken pieces and the item we selected. And my brain was furiously converting euros into Indian rupees and trying to gather the cost of the tragedy. I took a few deep breaths and remembered those golden words. Accept situations as they are. The present moment is inevitable. I apologized to the shopkeeper and asked him to bill everything. he gently asked me the name of our crying son. Then he wrapped our selection on a beautiful gift wrapper and called out, Dave, hey Dave, here is a gift for you. I asked him, so how much should I pay? He replied, nothing. Stunned, why? I shall pay for them. With a calm voice, he said, children are sent by God. I cannot charge you for this. If I do that, God will not forgive. I felt a sudden surge of emotions and a deeper connect with that man who accepted the situation with poise and grace. My dear friends, no matter whatever is the place, whatever is the race, whatever is the color of the skin, the humanity is connected by that one thing called love. I learned the core of human existence is love. Dear ones, in life, no matter how much our time, energy is spent on reading, planning, there will be unexpected events. We just need to handle them with a calm and composed mind. After all, the golden rule of happiness is to accept situation as they are. The present moment is inevitable. Contest.